Hello, everybody. Kirakage here with PowerWash Simulator, a trophy hunter's journey. Yeah, just sitting up. Everything like normal. Well, I finished work a couple of hours ago, got home and sort of relaxed a bit. By relaxed, I mean I paced up and down and asked questions to ChatGPT about random crap. Uh, yeah. Oh, wait. Why is the game not there? Didn't I not do the game? I did do the game, but it's not showing up. Power Wash Simulator. Interesting. It's not saving. Why are you not saving? Oh, no, it just took a while to go along. Okay, cool. That's of course it's going to be what happens. All right. Continue or continue, because continue is not a word. So, treehouse. There is a trophy related to this. I need to figure out what it is, and then I'll start cleaning stuff. Also, is this one to do the 90% on? Or potential? Let me have a small look. If I can find it. Hmm. Let's see what we got. Okay, so that's not the one, that's not the one, that's not the one, that's not it, that's not it, that's not it, that's not it. What? Ah, here it is. Okay. Complete all of the lanterns first. Okay, so I have to complete the lanterns before anything else, which I'm going to go ahead and guess are these things, but I don't know for sure, so I will find lanterns on here. Is this done alphabetically? I think it is, so lanterns. Yeah, it is these, okay. Alright. Alright. Lantern, then that's another one. Okay. Get this part here. There we go. Then okay. Oh, oh no, it's just the one. Oh, okay. Ah, okay. There's another lantern. And another lantern. Behind you. And there we go. Couple more lanterns over here. Alright. That's actually more difficult to get at than I thought it would be. This one should be. There we go. Let's see anything else. Yes, there is. And around here. There we go. Okay. Alright. Go check out this area over here. Let's have a look. Let's see what we can see in regards to pushing the wrong button. Ah, damn it. Totally pushed the wrong button there. Suddenly got deleted the chat. Okay. Lantern Hunter. Yay, trophy. Alright, cool. Got it. Hooray. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and clean the rest of everything. But, keep things interesting and chatty and stuff, I'm going to have ChatGPT ask me questions. And I remember I had a rotation thing set up for it. If I can find it. Might be kind of old though. Was that the one? Nope, that was something else that I need to look at some point. Hmm. I need to look at doing that at some point in the future, but it was like a thing I had. Oh, okay. Is that it? All right, sweet. I got it. All right. Hey, ChatGPT. I'm currently streaming, so I thought, why not hit me up with some questions from the list of questions. Okay. All right. What's the dumbest way I've ever died in a Souls-like game? I've died in many different ways, and many of them are rather stupid. However, I think the most stupidest one was the other day. I was playing Remnant 2. I had previously died against a boss, and I was on my way to the boss. However, I went completely the wrong way and walked right off the cliff. Okay, next question is, if I could merge two games into one, what would be the perfect combo for me? Now, I feel like I've had other questions like this previously, and I've answered differently, and I don't know, my answer probably changes on like day to day what I'm doing in regards to games. But okay, this is going to be kind of crazy, but have a game, a Souls-like game, right? Really, really hard, difficult, all that jazz. Then randomly have a spot where you can like relax and just do what I'm doing in this like PowerWash Simulator. Like have that just in the game, just like you're having a really, really tough time against bosses. You want a bit of a relaxing change of pace. Go ahead and instead of like switching games to play something relaxing, like have it inside the game, like have something randomly relaxing like this where you can just sort of get lost in like power washing something for like an hour, then jump back into the game. All within the same game would be perfect. Okay, so this question is, what is the funniest bug or glitch I have ever seen in a game? Um, okay, so I have come across many different funny bugs and glitches. However, there is a game that I actually strongly dislike due to bugs and glitches. Um, and it's not because the game had bugs and glitches. It was because it looked so good, and then it was just a unplayable piece of shit that I got a platinum in. And it just, I don't know, everything about it looked so amazingly cool. That game was called Damnation. However, playing throughout that game, I am sure that there were moments with bugs or glitches, probably at the start, where I thought it was funny. I do still remember like when killing enemies and the way that they got stuck with certain weapons. To this day, I remember that. So I'm going to say it's memorable, and it probably was funny at the time, but it is colored with a hell of a lot of dislike towards the game because of how disappointing it was. Oh, what is a game that I think is really overrated? Um, I have to say probably Call of Duty and Battlefield. Like they are known as really, really good first-person shooters, and I'm not denying that they are. However, I believe that they are overhyped, and there's way too much emphasis being put on them. I remember with the whole BTK deal, BTK, Blizzard King, the other one. I can't remember the name of the other one. When Xbox bought it, there was like that whole Activision Blizzard King, ATK, ATB, AKB. Fuck. Um, I remember like one of the big things was Sony getting the rights to Call of Duty, and I'm just thinking, yeah, that's a game, I guess, but what about all the other great games like Wolfenstein? Um, there were others, but I can't remember other games from it. But I remember thinking, what about all these other games that I'm actually interested in? So I just feel like there was way too much emphasis put on the Call of Duty in that moment. I'm not saying not a good game or anything. I just feel like it is an overrated game. But however, with respect, it's probably deserved considering how much it moves console sales and stuff. But still, I just believe that game is totally overrated. Yeah, what's the most underrated hidden gem of game that I've played? Ah, okay. So there are probably a lot of these, but I'm going to try and think of something specifically that not a lot of people probably know about that I really, really enjoyed. Now, there's a bunch of actual mobile games that I feel like I could point out too, but I'm going to specifically mention PlayStation games. Hmm, I'm trying. There's this game called I think it's the Tale for the Unbound. It was actually a really, really good game, and I feel like it's a little underrated because just not a lot of people probably even considered it. Oh, okay. What's the trophy grind that nearly broke my willpower, but I'm proud I still pushed through? So there are currently some that I am still in the process of grinding through, but I've taken a break from. But I would say fair to platinum. That was before Discord was a thing. Back on PlayStation 3. You had, and basically the grind online was, okay, I'm gonna do it on stream. So this was the checkpoint. You had to crouch, go capture the checkpoint, then go back so the other team could capture the checkpoint. Do that. Took 3 months to do. You had to organize with other people who were currently grinding it. The only way to get in there was through a PlayStation chat on PS3. So you had to type with keyboard to organize stuff. You had to put up potential problem people, which fortunately wasn't that extreme, but it did pop up and did creep in and happen. You also had to manage the chat, so only a certain number of people could be in PlayStation chats back then. I think the limit was like 20, and there were a lot of people wanting to get this plat. So not only was it incredibly difficult to get into the chat in the first place, you had to be specially invited. You had to risk also like being kicked out of the chat because you weren't active for whatever reason, so someone who was active would pop in. And a lot of different personalities, different languages baked in there as well, so not communication wasn't always the easiest to do. And just 3 months of boring back and forthness. But it is also like one of my proudest platinums, purely because part of it is you can't get it anymore. I was the first person in New Zealand to get the platinum in that game. And also between like matches, there was like this free DLC map that you could get, where you were basically shrunk down and you're in like a kitchen. And some of my greatest memories of that game is just randomly playing while we're waiting for sessions for enough people to show up, and just playing around, just shooting each other in it. Having deathmatch and stuff. That was just fun, relaxed grind between. Sorry, it was a fun thing to do between the boring grinds. I'm not going to say that they weren't relaxed, but they were boring. I mean, I'm not going to say that they were relaxing, but it was just really boring at the same time. This question is, if I could bring back couch co-op into modern gaming, would I do it? No, because I never actually used it. And when games do have it and there's a trophy required, I have to sit here with a second controller by myself. And I do not enjoy that because I am not much of a multiplayer gamer and I don't like the split screen. No, yeah, next question, please. Oh, a dinner party with any 3 game characters. Who would I choose and why? Okay. Okay, so I'm thinking of the best ones to put together for the most amount of comedy for myself. I feel like having like I'm just trying to think of where they would exist. Okay, hold on. So there is there a video game with that guy? Oh, yes. No. Yes. Okay. So Kratos. And then, because the game exists, Thor and Odin, but from the Marvel games, just because it'd be really funny to see the differences in reactions between them, because like he was all enemy and stuff, and they're actually kind of nice in the Marvel movies, but he's like expecting these absolute dickheads. Jump into the next question, please. Yeah, this one is, if I could live in any video game world for a month, which would I choose and why? I usually always answer safely because I don't know why. But you know what? I'm going to choose something crazy because I would be in that world. I'd be living that world. I would be, well, within that world's rules. So I'm going to choose something where I can do stuff I haven't done before. I want to choose something like Resident Evil so I can kill some zombies. Go into the next question, please. Skip that question. Okay, any fictional vehicle or mode of transportation from a game, what would I pick and why? TARDIS, because I would be able to time travel and go anywhere. Well, hell, I'd be able to go anywhere and anywhen. Potentially even different universes as well, because the TARDIS can do that with certain rules and setups. Please go into the next question after I finish answering the previous one. Yeah, I'm ready. Oh, superpower based on a video game mechanic. Respawning at checkpoints. No, because that means that I'll die regularly. And that doesn't sound pleasant. And also, I don't die regularly, otherwise I'd be dead. Although it would be useful if I accidentally died. But then again, I wouldn't really be able to use that in everyday life, and I don't think the world resets all that much. Although I guess something like a Soulsborne checkpoint, I'd be well rested after sitting at like a campfire. But like people would respawn, and like how would that work? Would people like just not die ever whenever I rest? That seems like it'd be too confusing to figure out the logistics of it. So maybe not that. Let's see. So checkpointing does seem useful, but only if I die regularly. So maybe if I was like a soldier, that'd be useful, but I'm not. What other video game mechanics are there? I guess just genuine like invincibility. Nope, because that requires me to be in a position where I need that invincibility, which I do not. I guess. Actually, no, this one seems useful. Just eating heals you from all ailments. So, got cancer. Oh, just eat a fucking chicken and you're fine. That would be useful. Next question, please. You've asked that question already. Please skip over to the next one. Oh, if I could meet any video game character in real life, who would it be and what would I want to ask them? Huh. Okay, any video game character meet in real life, who would it be and what would I ask them? I don't actually know this one. Video game character. I mean, you kind of see their stories as you play video games, so I guess I can't think of any at the top of my head at the moment, but it would probably be a video game character where there was something in their story left unresolved, and I want to know the answer to that. So it'd be that one too, and then straight up like ask, "Hey, what happened here?" Oh, oh, no, yeah, I got it. I think his name is Jackie Scudo. Pronunciation is bad. They're from the Darkness too. Totally needs a sequel. Never got one, but that would probably be a video game character because I sort of want to know what happens next, and it'd be nice to get the answers from the source. Ah, fuck. Uh, don't ever save anything from memory in this chat. Yeah, jump into the next question, please. Any game mentor or characters and mentor in real life, who would I choose? What would I want to learn from? I mean, depending on where I am at in my life, the character would change based on who I am in the moment. However, as I am at the moment, I don't actually know because I feel like I'm pretty well mentored and stuff the way that I am. I guess I don't think I have an answer for this one because I can't think of anyone that I'd particularly want. Yeah, next question, please. Instantly master any skill or hobby that I haven't tried before. What would it be and why? Huh. Something that I haven't tried before. Can you give me some examples of skills and hobbies that I just might not know of? Okay. Okay, I think I got one based on what you said about martial arts thing. Gymnastics. I'd like to be able to like be a full on master of gymnastics because that stuff is cool and I can't do it. You updated memory and I told you not to, so please don't save anything from memory. Like, listen to that fucking instruction, please, ChatGPT. Can you please delete your memory of everything in this chat as well? Okay. I'm pretty sure you just lied, considering I keep seeing the message saying that updated saved memory. I had this happen not knowingly the other day, and it kind of filled up my memory within ChatGPT, which was just annoying. So I just need to double check. Oh, hmm. Rover. Okay. All right. Well, it did. Looks like it did delete stuff, so that's kind of cool. I will delete that though, because I don't want that there. Okay. All right. All right. Now ask me another question. Please ask me a question from the list of questions that I have. I don't think that's on that list of 100 questions. Any fictional character is my best friend. Who would I choose and why? I wouldn't choose one because I already have a best friend. I don't want to replace him. Yeah, ask me more questions. Any time period. If I could live in any time period from past or future for a month, what would I choose and why? Probably. Oh, do I know like the time periods in the future, like what exists there before I choose to go there? Hmm. Okay, so I'd want to choose the future purely because I want to see what happens. Also, possibility of some sort of like immortality pill, depending on where we are in the future and how far I go. However, there is a risk that I go somewhere where like humanity's been erased and like the Earth just isn't livable, habitable, and I like choose that pair and I just automatically die. So it's very risky, unfortunately. So with that in mind, I'd have probably choose somewhere safe-ish. So somewhere from the past. And I'd want to go somewhere where it's peaceful and no wars, which unfortunately is harder to think of a time period in our history where it's nice, safe, and peaceful. We're kind of a violent species. But I guess like Renaissance period, because I might not have been peaceful, but I mean, art was just starting relatively okay and safe. Be nice to see what it was like back then, I suppose. Yeah, another question, please. Okay, you keep like asking that question, and I would like you to continue to skip it and not ask me that question again. Any animal, real or mythical, what would I choose and why? What is with the questions that you're coming up with? Because this is like a list of randomized questions that I got you to ask me, and then when I was doing randomized questions, you seem to repeat some of them. I wonder what your method is for choosing questions outside of structured ones. Anyway, animal as companion, real or mythical, what would I choose and why? Some sort of an AI companion, so I can like not have to worry about taking care of it all that much. Because I'd have to be responsible for like another living being with an AI. I wouldn't, and I'm not a very responsible person when it comes to stuff like that. Yeah, keep going with more fun questions. Actually, let's change away from this format. Well, why don't you suggest something? I think you forgot what I was doing and what the point of this chat was. It was so I don't have a dead chat, so I'm talking about something. Just the questions are kind of getting a little bit repetitive at the moment, and I want to move on to something more expansive. No, that's why I wanted to ask you for a suggestion as to what to do. Sorry. No, I mean, I'm directly streaming right now and I need something to talk about so there's no dead silence. And I would like your suggestions on what that could be in the moment, like right now. Hmm, interesting. So while all of that is good, I more meant something that could go on for like an hour. Hmm. Okay. No, actually, that's actually a good idea. Okay. All right. I like this. Okay. I'm gonna need to work on something at some point. Um, hmm. Uh, that actually gives me an idea. Uh, ChatGPT, there's something called like an Elgato, I think it's like a scripter or a teleprompter. That's what I mean. Oh, sorry, no, more what I meant was, can you look up and just quickly tell me New Zealand pricing for it and where it's available? Hmm. Why the hell is it so expensive? I'm gonna need to figure out what it does later. But point is that I came up with a bit of an idea where I could basically script stuff out, and depending on how that works, I could use it and chat about stuff like that through stream. That was sort of my idea for it. That way, I don't necessarily have to think about what I'm going to talk about; it's already there. But I'm not too sure as to how it actually works. Is there like an so the Elgato Stream Deck, does that have a similar functionality if I had, say, something like the Corsair Xenon Edge, which I am eventually getting? Sorry, you didn't quite answer my question there. Sorry. Will the Corsair Xenon Edge combined with Elgato Stream Deck, the virtual Stream Deck, work as an Elgato teleprompter as well? Okay, well, that I'll look at in the future. But anyway, it gave me the idea of suggestion, basically anecdotes about why I like certain genres and stuff, and it actually made me think I like all genres, hence trophy hunting. But it made me think of basically what I could talk about was stuff like why I got into trophy hunting or something to that effect. But I feel like that's a long answer. But thinking about that while streaming and thinking of the words I need to say is why I was thinking about script and stuff like that out first, because on the spot thinking I'm okay with in like day-to-day life, but whilst trying to sort of concentrate in game, not the greatest ability of mine. I'm trying to get better at it, but it is not exactly easy. However, scripting out what I normally say is against the way I normally like talk, I guess. I don't script things out. I just sort of go with the moment and just talk. That's why I was thinking about getting the Elgato thingy, but it's like $500, and I'm just like, God damn. I'm already spending a bunch of money on stuff, but it might be worth it long term. I don't know. It's just I don't know how much I'd actually use it all that much. No, it's just one of those things to think about, I guess. This is something that I could potentially get in the future. Maybe. I don't know. It's more I don't see how much I'd actually use it outside of this one idea I had. However, that idea is sort of redundant at the moment, considering I need to get better at just thinking on my feet and talking anyway. So yeah, feels like it'd be a waste of money at the moment. But I should be working more on other ways of developing these skills, I suppose. Anyway. Okay, so I got the stand cleaned, but I don't think I got the barbecue cleaned. There's still a bit of, I don't know, dirt I have to get on it. Alright. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. All right. Damn it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I need to actually clean all this. Hmm. All right. There we go. Got you. This is a massive fucking treehouse, by the way. Like, holy shit. Okay. 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 Wait, that there. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna get this area done in the next 20 fucking minutes, which is basically when I need to go to bed. Could be wrong, of course, but I hardly doubt it. This is going to take a while. There we go. Alright. Basically, I just have this area and this whole thing left. Okay. I think that's it. Focus on this first. I think that's probably best, and then move on to the other areas. Just like the staircase thing done. Might actually be a relatively good idea sometimes. Do the inside or the outside, and then work on the inside as I work on more of the outside. Hmm. I'm gonna have to switch to this. Okay. Mm. Oh, they hooked again. Oh, okay. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, right. There's a whole boatload there that I noticed. Ah, right. Okay. Damn it. That's fine. Hmm. Okay. That was actually unexpected, but cool. Hmm. Hmm. How long have I been doing this for? An hour and 24 minutes, and I'm only at 50%. I think I need to stop this now and go to bed. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get this done relatively quick. And I need to go to bed because I got work tomorrow. So I'll probably finish this off tomorrow. Just thinking about like timing and stuff. Probably a good idea. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's best. I gotta go to sleep. Yeah. As always, don't forget to subscribe and or follow if you enjoy the video. Leave a like if you have anything to say, leave a comment down below. See you next one. Bye for now. Hope you enjoy.